Hello everyone! Today we will see how to make a super tasty butterscotch cake. Before we start making this butterscotch cake, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes. To start off, take 2 eggs in a bowl and add 1 teaspoon of butterscotch essence to it. Make sure the eggs are at room temperature. Beat the eggs for about 1 to 2 minutes till it's light and fluffy. Then add the brown sugar. For butterscotch cakes, it's better if we add brown sugar, but if you don't have brown sugar, then you can use the regular white sugar. Combine the eggs and the sugar well. Then add 1.5 tablespoons of milk. Along with this, add 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Combine the milk and the oil well. Now to add the dry ingredients, place a sieve over the bowl and add the all-purpose flour or maida. To the maida, add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And then add a pinch of baking soda and a pinch of salt. Now mix all of these ingredients well and then sieve it into the bowl. I have given all the ingredients list in the description box, you can check that out. Combine the wet and the dry ingredients. Be gentle and don't overmix the batter. Just mix it till it all comes together to make a smooth batter. Transfer this batter into a baking tin. I'm using a 5 inches baking tin. You can use either a 5 inches or a 6 inches baking tin. Line the tin with the baking paper or a parchment paper and grease it with oil or butter so that the cake comes out easily. Then tap the cake tin on the counter to remove any air bubbles and then bake in the preheated oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. Each oven is different. My oven takes about 20 minutes for this small cake to bake. Put a skewer or a toothpick in the center of the cake tin. If it comes out clean, then it is done. Otherwise, bake for a little longer. You can start checking after 18 minutes itself. Wait for the cake to cool down completely and then remove it from the tin. As the cake is cooling down, we can prepare the butterscotch praline. For this, take a 1/4 cup of sugar. You can use white sugar or brown sugar for this. Spread the sugar evenly in a small saucepan and then keep the flame at medium and wait for the sugar to slowly dissolve and caramelize. To hasten this process, I am adding a tablespoon of water. Add the water and just swirl it around. This process will take some time, so be patient and wait for the sugar to caramelize. As you can see now, in one corner the sugar has started to turn color. We need a golden brown color. Make sure you don't burn the sugar. If you burn it, then the entire praline will taste very bitter. Keep mixing. Keep the flame at low now and keep mixing. Once it reaches a nice golden brown color, add butter to it. This butter should be at room temperature. Mix this all together and then add some chopped cashew nuts. Combine it all together. Then transfer this onto a plate. Place a parchment paper or a butter paper and transfer the praline onto the paper. If you don't want to use a butter paper, you can just grease your plate with oil or butter and then transfer this praline onto the plate. Spread this mixture evenly and wait for it to cool down. Once it cools down, you can break it off easily. Now we need to powder this praline. You can either put it in a blender and powder it. That way it will become too powdery. I prefer to break it and powder it using a rolling pin. This way the texture will be very nice when you eat the butterscotch cake. Break it down into small pieces like this and then set it aside. Now we'll start making the butterscotch sauce. For this, take a small saucepan and spread half a cup of sugar evenly. Again, like before, we are adding 2 tablespoons of water to hasten this process. Keep the flame at medium and allow this sugar to dissolve and to caramelize. As we saw earlier, we are looking for a nice golden brown color. Make sure you don't burn the sugar, then it will become very bitter. As you can see, in one corner the color has started changing. Once it starts changing, it will caramelize very quickly, so keep the flame at low. Wait for it to come to a nice golden brown color and then add butter. This butter should be at room temperature. Mix the butter along with the sugar till it becomes a smooth mixture. Now add a pinch of salt and continue to mix it. Once it's nice and smooth, then add the cream. I'm using fresh cream for this recipe. Add half a cup of cream. Make sure all the ingredients are at room temperature. Combine the cream along with the other ingredients till it makes a nice homogeneous sauce. So this is our butterscotch sauce. It will keep getting thicker and thicker as it cools down. Set this aside till we need it. Next, we can start to frost the cake. For this, I've taken 1 cup of whipping cream. Add about 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And then add half a teaspoon of butterscotch essence. Beat this whipping cream for about 1 to 2 minutes till it forms soft peaks. Once it forms soft peaks, stop the beater and then add 2 tablespoons of the butterscotch sauce that we prepared earlier. Along with this, I am adding a single drop of yellow color. If you want, you can add this, otherwise leave it out. Then continue to beat the whipping cream till it forms stiff peaks. After it forms stiff peaks, leave the cream in the refrigerator till we need it. To frost the cake, I am going to cut this cake into 3 layers. Place the first layer on the cake board and soak it with sugar syrup. For the sugar syrup, I have taken half a cup of water and quarter cup of sugar. Boil it nicely till the sugar dissolves and then cool it completely. Use this to lightly soak your cake layers. Then spread a layer of the whipping cream on the first cake layer and spread it evenly. Then add a tablespoon of butterscotch sauce over this layer and also sprinkle some butterscotch praline. Then place the second layer and repeat all these steps again. Now add a little extra cream all over the cake layer and do a crumb coat. Once you finish the crumb coat, leave the cake in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, bring the cake from the refrigerator, add an extra layer of cream and finish the frosting. Then transfer the butterscotch sauce into a piping bag and do a little drip effect like this all around the corner of the cake. Then add some butterscotch praline on top of the cake for decoration. Add a nozzle to the piping bag and decorate the cake as you wish. So this is it, a very tasty and delicious, beautiful looking butterscotch cake is done. I made this for a birthday party at home. If anybody in your family loves butterscotch flavor, then this is an awesome cake to make. The 3 layers of this cake looked so distinct and beautiful, and also the cake is such a soft and moist cake. The butterscotch flavor is also so intense and tasty. The butterscotch sauce and the praline that we've added in each layer takes this cake to another level. This is an absolutely delicious butterscotch cake. So for your family party next time, definitely try out this cake. Until next time, bye bye.